Documents Sky News uncovered from archives in Berlin have today been raised in Parliament, as MPs argued there had been a cover-up over the dangers of a drug called Primodos and whether it could cause malformations to babies in the womb.
These are the minutes in the Berlin National Archives, a few extracts which show that this has been a whole cover-up over years, and it has to stop here today.
Ed Davey then read extracts from these minutes.
This memo was a summary of events and stated that Shearing should abandon the product for use in pregnancy testing. Mr Clothier wished to know what had been done on the Shearing side in response to this. No answer.
The Commons was told that the company lawyer went on to say that there really should have been something done at the time to indicate some degree of concern. The chances are the company would be found in neglect of its duty. And he warned certain documents would be dynamite in the hands of the claimants.
Mr Deputy Speaker, this is a scandal. They knew. Their lawyers were telling them that they would be liable, they would be found guilty in a court and have to pay. Why does this continue on?
Bayer, who now own the drug manufacturer Shearing, told Sky News that their legal advice was from a QC who didn't examine scientific evidence. They also concur with the findings of last month's government-commissioned report, which suggested there wasn't evidence to support an association between the drug and malformations. But MPs lined up to express their dissatisfaction with this recent study.
Now, I've read the report. I'm not a scientist, but if ever there was a report that reads as if the conclusion was written first and the data was made to fit, then this report ticks all the boxes.
If this document is still on his desk and being used as a way to go forward, I'm afraid that is an insult to the victims.
The women and families affected by Primodos are still suffering from their loss. They are still grieving. They will not give up.
Indeed, the chair of the campaign group says it's time for the government to give ground.
What we want the government to do is just acknowledge it. Just do themselves a favour, just look at the documents, have a look at the huge amount of evidence.
And there was a conciliatory tone from the minister.
We've heard about a lack of trust and a lack of faith in this process, contrary to the words of my honourable friend, the member for Mid-Norfolk, that my shadow quoted. That troubles me, Mr Deputy Speaker, so let me be clear. We have ruled out no options at this time.
The Commission on Human Medicines, however, say their review was independent and thorough. But victims say the drug's link to these birth defects will only be uncovered with a public inquiry. No promise of that yet, but pressure is growing. Jason Farrell, Sky News.